This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Monday, the 27th day of November in the year 2023. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. The Guyana Civil Aviation Authority's National Aviation Safety Seminar opened this morning at the Pegasus Hotel, with the Minister of Public Works, Juan Edgil, underscoring the importance of maintaining high safety standards as the industry experiences rapid growth. Declaring that nothing must be taken for granted in the aviation sector, Minister Edgil said the aviation industry must continue to be effectively monitored and managed to allow for a seamless operation, even with the increase in flights. In 2022, international freight traffic experienced an increase when compared to passenger traffic at the country's two international airports.
International freight grew by approximately 4.7% to 9,797 metric tons, up from 9,354 metric tons in 2021. And that's international freight. Passenger traffic, overall, the total international passenger traffic to and from Guyana experienced a growth rate of approximately 77.9%. Total international traffic increased from 399,483 passengers to 710,564 passengers in 2022, making the case that Guyana has a growing aviation industry internationally.
At the Eugene F. Correa International Airport at Ogle, international passenger traffic grew by more than 80%. Over at the Cheddi-Jagan International Airport, international passenger traffic increased by 77.5%. Visitor arrival at the Cheddi-Jagan Airport during the first 6 months of this year increased by 16%, with some 149,000 passengers arriving.
You got thousands of lives at stake every day when we go to work, when we give guidance to aircraft, when we service aircraft to ensure that they are serviceable and worthy of flying. Owners and operators cannot afford to cut corners. Inspectors cannot afford to be blind or selective in their observations. We have to ensure that safety comes first.
Meanwhile, the Director General of the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority, Egbert Field, also spoke of the importance of maintaining high industry standards. He said in 2020, the International Civil Aviation Organization, in conducting a safety oversight audit of Guyana's aviation sector, said it had a compliance rate of 77%.
In 2021, the South American Office of ICAO, in conducting their analysis, realized that Guyana, using their mathematical formula for Safety Oversight Index, and that mathematical formula is comparing a state's effective implementation, its traffic volumes, the number of departures and accident rates. They assess Guyana as number one among the 35 states of Latin America, North America, South America, and the Caribbean.
Mr. Field said Guyana must remain number one in the region by improving on its implementation and adherence to international aviation standards as outlined by the International Civil Aviation Organization. Throughout the course of the seminar, the key players in the industry will discuss and examine the importance of developing a safety culture, as well as a human factor in airport operations. More news coming up in just a moment. Stay with us.
A very Merry Guyanese Christmas, wishing you are here.
Top up, activate a data plan, pay your monthly GTT bill to enter for a chance to be one of 10 weekly winners over 6 weeks. That's 60 winners in total, with one lucky winner from every week having a chance to win the Mega Million Grand Prize. See plus for more details. It's the GTT Mega Million Christmas promotion. GTT, Guyana's largest and most reliable network.
Resporting until we drop.
Oh my lord!
I just love to shop in this store. My customers, them gonna love all these things. So many different things in one place. Household items, electronics, toys, stationery, confectionery, exercise equipment, shoes and clothes for men, women and children, school things, costume, jewelry, perfume, makeup. Oh, look the makeup!
Giftland Office Max, Guyana's favorite department store.
It's your time to win big. The Massey Store's Christmas jackpot promotion is back and bigger than before. Spend $5,000 at any Massey Stores to be the lucky winner of a brand new MGZS and fantastic weekly store prizes from now until January 31st, 2024. What are you waiting for? Head to your nearest Massey Stores to shop now. See our Facebook and Instagram pages for more details. Massey Stores, our family serving your family.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors that me crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Bust the flavors. Bust the flavors.
It's back again! The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Make My Wish Come Through Christmas promotion is here. What are you wishing for this Christmas? It's another exciting Christmas promotion designed with you, our members, in mind. This Christmas, you can win big. Household appliances ranging from a fridge, washing machine, gas cooker, dining table, television sets, and much more. Here's how you can be a part of our Christmas promotion. You must be a member of the credit union in good standing. You must have an existing loan or must have taken your first loan with the credit union. You must fill out a coupon with your information clearly marked. Coupons for this promotion can be uplifted from our head office at Lot 45 Hatfield Street, Georgetown, or from any one of our regional representatives countrywide. Promotion runs from October 30th to December 15, 2023. What are you wishing for this Christmas? GPSCCU, people helping people.
Prime Minister Mark Phillips has indicated that the support that Guyana continues to receive from its regional and international partners in the ongoing border controversy with Venezuela has inspired lots of confidence. During an early morning appearance on Observer Radio in Antigua, the Prime Minister said while Guyana continues to bank on its allies, the country will also defend itself against Venezuela's aggression.
We are heartened by the fact that all organizations, the UN, the Commonwealth of Nations, and that is 56 nations there, the Organization of American States, some 35 nations, and CARICOM, 15 countries there, all have come out stating clearly that they are not in favor of this move by Venezuela to seek to annex territory from Guyana, and the fact that it has the potential to create instability in our hemisphere, in our region.
Prime Minister Phillips, who is a retired Chief of Staff of the Guyana Defense Force, said that a team from the U.S. Department of Defense, which is expected in Guyana this week, will be fully briefed by the government on all of the developments that have been taking place.
It also sends a strong message throughout the region and hopefully to Venezuela and to the President of Venezuela, President Nicolas Maduro, that this is not only a controversy raised by him that has the effect, a negative effect on the development of Guyana, but
it will have a negative effect on the entire Latin American and Caribbean region. And that's why the United States Department of Defense officials will be in Guyana.
The Prime Minister also said diplomacy is the country's first line of defense and that Guyana has no interest to engage in any confrontation with Venezuela. To this end, he said the build-up of Venezuelan troops on the country's border is unwarranted. He said Venezuela should be focusing more on its internal issues.
We expect that Venezuela should literally reconsider those deployments, those increase in troops that they had on the border, and just focus on improving the economic, social, and political situation at home in Venezuela.
Across the country today, government agencies, schools, organizations, and companies took time to discuss the border controversy and drum up the patriotic theme. While with Venezuela not backing down from its planned referendum on Guyana's Essequibo region, the government continues to intensify its public information and education campaign on the controversy. At a public rally in Regina, Essequibo on Sunday, Vice President Jagdeo made it clear that Guyana will not surrender to Venezuela's threats. Mr. Jagdeo told a large rally that all of Guyana is united against Venezuela and is firm that Essequibo has always been part of Guyana and it will remain that way.
Venezuela will never succeed in changing our boundaries. Venezuela will not succeed in its imperial designs on Guyana. Because if they were to succeed, and we cannot allow them to succeed, then no boundary in the world, no border in the world will be safe.
The Vice President said the border matter was settled for over 6 decades and Venezuela's claims are false and dangerous.
No other country in the world supports Venezuela. They would be totally isolated. And maybe Maduro thinks that this is Crimea where Russia annexed part of a territory there and they had some international condemnation. And he believes he can be emboldened to do that in Guyana without consequences. Well, he will be miscalculating. He'll be miscalculating. The entire diplomacy of our country is geared towards keeping our allies strong.
Mr. Jagdeo told those who were gathered that Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro had written to the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres asking for the good offices process and dialogue between the two sides to be restarted. But that process, Mr. Jagdeo said, has long moved forward.
Because whether Venezuela attends or not, whether they present their case or not, the International Court of Justice will hear the matter to its conclusion and they will rule on this matter. And we believe we have a strong case that would lead to the upholding of the 1899 award.
The Vice President also said he's convinced that the upcoming referendum in Venezuela is related to Venezuela's weak case in the border controversy. Both the government and the opposition have been hosting public meetings on the controversy in their efforts to rally the nation in support of Essequibo. Relatives of 4 fishermen who went missing at sea close to 2 weeks ago remain hopeful that their loved ones will be found alive. The Guyana Defense Forces Coast Guard is assisting with the searches. The missing men have been identified as Hazrat Razak of Bell West Canal No. 2 West Bank de Marara, Cecil Pasal, also known as Dallas of Sisters Village West Bank de Marara, Vikram Singh of Long Pond West Bank de Marara, and Warren Yipsam of Herstelling East Bank de Marara. Razak's daughter Hazina Bahadur told news source today that her father was last seen alive on Thursday the 16th of November when he and the 3 other fishermen departed to render assistance to another boat that had encountered technical problems just off the Atlantic Ocean and had sent a distress call.
The boat sent in a distress call Wednesday authorities did have to take out the battery and alternator. And since then, we didn't hear back from them.
Bahadur said 2 months ago the fishermen had ventured out at sea to render assistance to another crew and had returned within 2 days, and as such, she anticipated that her father and the other fishermen would have returned by Saturday. But when Saturday came and there were no signs of the men, she knew something was wrong.
And when the 4-day reached, we didn't see them coming because we were thinking they're probably bringing in the boat, tugging it in. But we didn't get no response then. And then the boat that they went out to assist ended up coming in back 2 days ago.
The families of the fishermen have filed a missing persons report and have been working along with the Coast Guard as they conduct a search and rescue operation. The son of Cecil Prasad, Danaraj Prasad, told news source that he was a part of the team that went out with the Coast Guard both via sea and air in search of his father and the other fishermen.
One fisherman said he saw the boat, but he didn't know the boat missing. That was last week Monday. He didn't know the boat missing. That's what he said, right? So we work with him now. Collect key with the Coast Guard boat. We went out there. He come in yesterday to sell. So he report and tell us yesterday. So we collect key now and we got the location back. He didn't see that the boat after that. Then we got to the location with the Coast Guard. We didn't see. So he said, man, probably the man wants to drift off more in the deep. With the anchor heading for Trinidad side.
The GDF Coast Guard has reached out to the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard to assist with the search efforts out at sea. The searches are expected to continue tomorrow.
Guyana's strength lies in its diversity, and our unity shines brightest when we stand together, proclaiming that the Essequibo belongs to Guyana.
We are not just one people.
We are one nation with one destiny and a shared purpose.
To safeguard the integrity of our territory.
Essequibo belongs to Guyana.
Guyanese women from across the country are being empowered to take advantage of the many opportunities presented by the oil and gas industry. Entrepreneurial, leadership, procurement, and management are some of the training programs that women continue to have access to through the Center for Local Business Development and workshops hosted by companies in the industry. As oil production increases, so will these opportunities for Guyanese women.
John Lewis Styles is proud to introduce for the very first time their own brand of women's clothing. A line of hand-picked styles and designs of modern and contemporary women's clothing. Fashionable enough for the young. Styles that are timeless and quality that you're accustomed to. Choose from t-shirts, tops, pants, jackets, shorts, dresses, and even hoodies. So come see our new women's line on Waterloo Street on the 2nd floor. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Choo-choo's amazing, tastes so good. Feed your cravings, chocolate rich. You'll be craving more and more and more and more. Here comes the crave. Ping pong chairs and choo-choos. Feed your cravings, you know you want to. Here comes the crave.
Choo-choo heaven.
Guyana, get ready! It's the 61st National School Cycling, Swimming and Track and Field Championships from November 26th through December 1, 2023, hosted by the Ministry of Education and the Guyana Teachers Union. The moment you've been waiting on is here. Come and see top student athletes and teachers from 15 sporting districts compete in intense rivalry. Come and enjoy cycling at the National Park, Georgetown, swimming at the National Aquatic Center, Lilliandale, November 27, and from November 28 to December 1, you can witness the track and field action at the National Track and Field Center, Lenora, West Coast, Demerara. The action starts 10 hours. The National Championships, where stars are born. Sponsored by Rainforest Water, Vitamalt, Powerade, Malta Supreme, Triscuits, Demico Ice Cream, Digital Guyana, and Impressions.
A delegation from the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights will be visiting Guyana from tomorrow until Tuesday. The Commission on Human Rights is a principal and autonomous organ of the Organization of American States and has as its mission the promotion and protection of human rights in the American Hemisphere. The visit to Guyana is being hosted by the Ministry of Governance and Parliamentary Affairs. According to the Ministry of Governance, the visit is a technical cooperation and promotional visit, which will be conducted within the framework of the actions that the IACHR highlighted as priorities when approving its 2023 to 2027 strategic plan. The visit is also expected to provide technical cooperation on institutional matters and public policies, with a focus on human rights, while also deepening awareness of state agents and increasing the capabilities of state and non-state actors to promote and respect human rights. There is also a component of the visit which will focus on engaging and raising awareness among civil society organizations. In addition to holding talks with government ministries and statutory agencies, the group will also engage international organizations based in Guyana, as well as high school and university students. The current president of the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights will be heading the delegation. Guyana has lost one of its lead voices on foreign relations and diplomacy. Retired diplomat and former Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Rudy Nsenali passed away on Sunday. Dr. Nsenali last held public office between 2001 and 2008, when he served as Guyana's Minister of Foreign Affairs. Before that, he represented Guyana for several years at the United Nations. In a statement last evening, President Irfaan Ali reflected on Dr. Nsenali as one of Guyana's foremost diplomats and a distinguished statesman. The president said for many years he advanced Guyana's national interest on the international stage. According to President Ali, Dr. Nsenali dedicated his life to diplomacy and advancing the cause of small states. He recalled that Dr. Nsenali served as Guyana's permanent representative to the United Nations for several years and also represented Guyana as an ambassador to a number of countries over the years. Dr. Rudy Nsenali was 87 years old. And this evening, the legal fraternity is mourning the passing of retired Justice of Appeal, Justice Prem Pasada. In a statement, the Bar Council reminded that Justice Pasad joined the legal profession in Guyana in the year 1960, at a time after being qualified in the UK. His was a career of service to the legal profession, the Bar Council noted. After serving as a High Court judge for several years and Chief Justice for a short period, Justice Pasad was appointed a Justice of Appeal to the Court of Appeal of Guyana. As a Justice of Appeal, he delivered several landmark judgments in various areas of the law, which will continue to guide lawyers and judges alike. Upon his retirement from the Court of Appeal, Justice Pasad served in several posts, continuing his journey of service to the country. Those posts included Chairman of the Public Utilities Commission, a member of the Judicial Service Commission, Chairman of the Trade Union Recognition Board, and Head of the Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited. Justice Prem Pasad was the father of current Justice of Appeal, Rishi Pasad. The Bar Council expressed its deepest condolences to his wife, children, and the extended family. President Irfaan Ali has also expressed his condolences on the passing of Justice Prem Pasad.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Food Max Supermarket, located on the ground floor of the Giftland Mall, is your one-stop shop for all your grocery needs. We stock a variety of imported frozen meat and food products, fresh produce, and pet supplies, freshly made bread. Rotisserie chicken and patties are also available daily. Shop in comfort today at Food Max and let our courteous staff assist you in satisfying your shopping needs. Food Max, the fresh food specialist.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Look who's in the mix now. The new Buster Soda Water. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 artificial flavors. 100% refreshing. Taste Buster Soda Water today. Buster Soda Water. Now available for only $120.
With your regional and international news tonight, I'm Svetlana Marshall in the region. The Caribbean Community CARICOM Secretary General Dr. Carla Burnett is calling on regional countries to invest in preventing violence against women and girls and the empowerment of vulnerable groups through access to education and quality healthcare services, according to CMC. In a statement marking the launch of the CARICOM Secretariat's annual 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence campaign, which ends on December 19, Barnett said the campaign incorporates 4 important observances, namely the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, Human Rights Defenders Day on November 29, World AIDS Day on December 1, and Human Rights Day on December 10. She said these observances highlight that violence prevents women and girls from enjoying the full complement of their human rights. The campaign was started by activists over 3 decades ago at the inauguration of the Women's Global Leadership Institute in 1991. In support of this civil society-led initiative in 2008, the United Nations Secretary General launched the campaign Unite by 2030 to end violence against women, which runs parallel to the 16 Days of Activism. An outbreak of bird flu has killed 220 flamingos in northwestern Argentina, officials have confirmed. The dead birds are of the Jane's flamingo species, which lives at high altitudes in Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, and Peru. The H5N1 strain of the avian flu virus, currently spreading through South America, can infect an entire flock within days. It can also spread to humans and other mammals through droppings and saliva. In August, more than 50 sea lions died of bird flu on Argentina's Atlantic coast, and earlier this year, thousands of them were found dead in Chile and Peru. And finally tonight, international news. Qatar says Israel and Hamas have agreed to a 2-day extension to the current truce, which has seen hostages freed and Palestinian prisoners released. In a report, the BBC said Israel had offered a day pause in fighting for every 10 additional hostages released from Gaza. Families have been informed by the Israeli government that a further release of hostages will take place later on Monday. As part of the Israel-Hamas deal, 39 Israeli hostages in Gaza have been released so far, with 117 Palestinians freed from Israeli jails. Further lorry loads of humanitarian supplies entered the Gaza Strip on Monday, with food, fuel, and medicines being distributed by aid organizations. Hamas attacks on October 7 killed 1,200 people, with about 240 taken hostage. Since then, Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry says more than 14,500 people have been killed in Israel's retaliatory campaign. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.